Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly open beading workshop to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to bead Zuzi's ARIA earrings. They were made from the beautiful Fly Me to the Moon Beading School Academy box, and you can bead them from the material that you find there. But first, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I would like to know if the technical stuff is all right. And I see Sharon, I see Kata, I see Heather checking in. Wonderful ladies, so good to see you. And please also let me know if you are watching from YouTube or you are watching from Facebook. There are two places where you can always enjoy the Beading School live videos, the YouTube channel and the Beading School Facebook page, and I would like to make sure that both work well. And Ingrid is here, and Ashta, and Sheila, and Yosin. Heather says yes to both. Rachel is here, then YouTube. I know then YouTube works. Sherry, Vania from the USA at Nancy's house. So two beading school beaders meeting. That is so beautiful. I love that. And Kata says Facebook also works fine. So that's good to know. And Catherine is here. Molly, Kristen, Sheila, Robin, Antoinette, Carrie, Jessica. Wonderful ladies. So in the meanwhile, we have already uploaded the PDF tutorial that you can download to make it easier for you to follow the workshop. And I would like to apologize if I mess around a little bit, because the looks of the program that I am using to broadcast changed completely. I noticed it like half an hour ago, and I'm still not 100% confident with it. So please be patient with me today. I will do my best to show everything that in a way that fits you the most. So, as you can see, I'm showing you the page where you can download the tutorial from. So, always for 3 days, starting with the workshop, you have two options to download the PDF tutorial. You can either purchase it from the Beading School Bead shop, beadingschool.com, and that stays there forever, by the way, or you can choose the gift version. We started to bead together during the No One Has to Bead Alone workshops at the beginning of COVID. And it was my social contribution to make sure that every beader can come together and join a fun community and show off what she has just made and feel amazing when she helps out someone else. And we are still going strong and beading together every single week. And I decided to keep this gift option on, so No One Has to Bead Alone stays. And for 3 days, you can also opt for the gift version. To do that, you need to visit noonehastobeadalone.com, or you can go to beadingschool.com and then click on No One Has to Bead Alone in the menu. And when you scroll down a little bit, you will see two buttons. By clicking the pink button, you put the tutorial to your shopping basket and you can check out, or you can click here on the yellow button, download the tutorial as a gift. You just need to put in your email address and then click the send button, and then it arrives in a few minutes to your inbox. And while you are doing that, Then I would also like to encourage you. Oh, I have even a code for that to make it easier for you to find the tutorial. So this is where you can download the tutorial from. But I would also like to encourage you to visit Zuzi's corner in the designer zone, because today this beautiful pair of earrings that we are beading, they were designed by my friend and colleague Zuzi. This is her first day back from vacation, so welcome, Zuzi. I saw your name popping up a little bit. And she has a full corner in the designer zone where you can check out her tutorials. They are all amazing. She has always super clever thread passes, nice, elegant color combinations. So it's really, really worth it. And now let's get back to our beading. So what will we need today? Let's see. So this is the material list for the ARIA earrings, and we will need the focal. In the middle is a 7mm Chaton rose by Preciosa. It's flat back. Then we will also need 4 pieces of 6mm Preciosa bicone beads for one motif. So if you are making earrings, then you need 8. Then you need 8 pieces of 4mm bicone beads for one piece, or you need 16 for a pair. You need 8 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads for a motif, or you make a pair by using 16. And then from the true to fire polished beads, you need 2 pieces per motif. And then just a bunch of seed beads, size 15 and size 11 round Miyuki seed beads. And Ariana is writing about no one has to be done in the meanwhile. She says, "It is so great that you still do it, Erika. Having company in this lovely community is an unbelievable medication. Thank you so much." And thank you not only for your kind words, Ariana, but also being here with us and checking in to the club so very often, posting your jewels, always helping out your fellow beaders. You make the club, and no one has to bead alone, into what it has become. And in the meanwhile, also Zuzi says that she beaded already ARIA in 4 different color combinations. It's indeed such a quick to bead motif. And Rachel loves beading Zuzi's pieces. She's an amazing designer, she says. And hello everyone who joined in the meanwhile. And if you are ready for beading, then I will do my best now to switch to my hand camera. Hopefully it works out. And to the instructions. So you should be able to see a finished ARIA earring in a different color than the original. And the first step of the tutorial. Please let me know if you can still hear me, if you see the bead mat, and if you see the first step. And one of our new Beading School Academy students, Patricia, joined us today. So nice to have you here, Patricia, and everyone else. And we had quite some new students of the Beading School Academy joining recently, and it's so nice to have you on board. And lovelies, this is a massive valuable program with lots of things to enjoy: lunch break room, Zoom rooms together with your classmates, tutorials, articles, storytelling night. So anytime when you have a question, please don't hesitate. Email us at info@beadingschool.com or post your question in the Beading School Club. We are looking forward to helping you out so you can make the most of it. And everyone is saying that the switch worked, so let's start beading. And we will start with the back side of the motif, and that consists of 4 3mm fire polished beads and 4 pieces of size 11 Miyuki round seed beads. I will pick them up interchangeably, starting with around 11. And by the way, I am using Fireline in my usual size 4LB, 0.012 millimeter, and my usual tulip beading needle. The tutorials, the new tutorials, also include how long of a thread you need. So I know precisely that for ARIA, I need 70 centimeters of Fireline. And I need to join all the beads into a circle. I like to do that by beading through all of them one more time. That's up to you how you feel it secure. You can bead through a few beads like Susie did, or you can bead through a couple more like I do. And then I finish this step by beading through round 11, fire polished, round 11, fire polished. And I'm using luster. Heather is asking about my colors, so I'm using luster opaque azure turquoise fire polished beads. I'm using Duracoat galvanized soft champagne size 11s, Duracoat galvanized champagne size 15s from Miyuki. My second color is frosted opaque glazed rainbow ivory. The Chaton rose is lava. The true 2 is crystal maria. And the bicones are, the big ones are rose opal, and the 4mm ones are black diamond AB 2 times. And let's see what's happening in step 2. So we will now bead all around one more time, but only through the fire polished beads. So the round 11s will be pushed out a little bit from the square, and well, the circle will actually become a square. And Marcelina is mentioning that the ARIA earrings look quite similar to the Tiepolo earrings, and indeed there is a similarity. They are both elongated. They both have 3 parts below each other, but while Tiepolo that we beaded last week, they feature a 4mm Chaton Rose Monte or Chaton Monte in the middle of all of these. Here we have only one bigger crystal, the Chaton Rose, and it's a bit more elongated than Tiepolo. But yes, indeed, there is a similarity. And I finished this step by beading through a round 11 seed bead. I always use Miyuki, by the way, and also my fellow designers. So that's what the tutorials are tested for. And let's see what's happening in step 3. So in step 3, we are going to connect little picots to all the size 11 seed beads on the corners of this square. To do that, I am exiting a size 11 seed bead. I pick up 3 pieces of size 15 seed beads. 2 in the first color and 1 more in the second color. Then I bead back through the 2 seed beads that I picked up first in the first color, and I bead 1 more time through the size 11 that I was exiting from, and I continue through a fire polished bead and another size 11 on the corner. When I pull my thread, then I want to make sure that the picot is nicely placed above the size 11 seed bead. So I take a moment to stop and arrange it so it is evenly in the middle. And I do the same all around. So I pick up 2 pieces of size 15s in my first color, 1 size 15 in my second color. And hi, Catherine and Loretta and everyone who joined. And Catherine, enjoy your vacation. So with the 3 new seed beads on my thread, I bead back through the first 2. Those are in my first color. And again, I bead through size 11, fire polished bead, and size 11. By the way, how do you find the quality today, ladies? I switched to a bigger frame rate, so the quality should be better, but I hope that it doesn't make the video slow. So I have 2 of my picots now. Again, I arranged the new picot a little bit. And hi, Rita. And I do the same again. So 2 size 15s in my first color, 1 size 15 in my second color, and hi, Linda. Then I bead back through the first 2 beads, pull my thread, and I finish this off by beading through size 15, fire polished, size 15. And Marta says, love the clarity, no problem with resolution. I'm really happy to hear that, Marta. It is such a journey to find what works the best. And I'm always super happy when I can find an improvement. It is a never-ending journey. And Manuela is here greeting us from sunny Spain. Enjoy your vacation too, dear Manuela. And I'm adding now the last picot. And after that, I just simply bead through the size 11 that I was exiting before picking up the new beads. So it became this little 4-legged creature on my bead mat. So the 4 fire polished beads, they will go on the back of the focal of the little Chaton rose, and the picots from the size 15 seed beads, they will lay nicely around the Chaton rose. And hi, Helena. And to pull them all together, okay, I continue first through a fire polished bead and around 15. Then I bead up through beads in the first picot that I created. So I bead through 2 size 15s and I bead through the 3rd size 15 too. And then I add groups of size 15, 3mm fire polished bead, size 15 in between the size 15 seed beads in the second color. But be patient, dear beaders. We are not pulling this tight yet. First, we will add the groups of beads 4 times, as we have a square here. Then we will insert the Chaton rows, and only after that we will pull the thread tight so the bezel will get secure. And how is it going on your bead mats, ladies? Please let me know. While I have just added the 4th group, and then I place my flat back Chaton rose in the middle. I'm holding it down with my thumb, and then I carefully pull my thread, and the 4 new fire polished beads will be pulled up to the front layer. Indeed, as it looks like on Susie's little illustration. In the next step, I make the bezel more secure, so I bead all around only through the new beads added in the previous step. So I will skip the size 15s in the second color, and I will always bead only through size 15, 3mm fire polished bead, size 15. In the meanwhile, Ariana says, I just beaded in a hair. And Rachel says, I love this bezel, so quick and lovely. Indeed, Susie again created something beautiful. And no wonder that she had time to bead 3 different colors. This builds up so fast. Once I finished beading all around, then I also bead one more time through one of the size 15 seed beads in the second color. And then I bead down through the 2 size 15 seed beads on the side of the bezel. And I cross a size 11 that is in between the fire polished beads in the bottom layer. So we will continue attaching more beads to the bottom layer. That is very important to note. And we start that. This is a tricky part, so please be extra careful about it. Exiting the size 11, I pick up a size 15 in my first color, a 6mm Preciosa bicone bead, a size 11 seed bead, a 4mm Preciosa bicone bead, size 15 seed bead, 4mm Preciosa bicone bead, size 11 seed bead, and one more 4mm Preciosa bicone bead. So I will repeat that one more time, the sequence. I will also show you so you can see it better. So this is what I picked up after exiting the size 11 in the bottom layer of the bezel. I picked up a size 15 seed bead, I picked up a 6mm Preciosa bicone, a size 11 Miyuki seed bead, 4mm Preciosa bicone, size 15 Miyuki seed bead, 4mm Preciosa bicone, size 11 Miyuki seed bead, one more Preciosa bicone, and then look at this, ladies. I'm exiting this size 11, but now I will cross the one to the left from it in the opposite direction. So when I pull my thread, then this is kind of an arch in between the two size 15s. And I finish off this part, the part when I'm picking up new beads, by adding one more 4mm Preciosa bicone, and I bead through size 11, that is right after the 6mm Preciosa bicone bead, and a 4mm Preciosa bicone. Now I carefully pull my thread, and I repeat the thread path only through the 4mm bicone beads. 1, 2, 3. Always make sure that there is no gap in between, so the thread should not be visible. One more bicone, and then I finish off by exiting the size 15 at the top. So this is how it looks like at the moment. I will put it down so you can see it better. Please let me know how it goes. I will take a sip of tea in the meanwhile. Yes, tea. I live in the Netherlands, and again, the weather is horrible, so it's absolutely possible to enjoy a hot cup of ginger tea in the middle of summer here. I am trying to look at the horrible weather from a positive perspective. I love ginger tea, so and Jessica is asking, please repeat the order of the beads and if it is A or B in size 15. So, dear Jessica, it's always A in this step, and you need to pick up size 15A, 6mm bicone, size 11, 4mm bicone, size 15A, 4mm bicone, size 11, 4mm bicone. Then here you cross through a size 15B, and you pick up one more 4mm bicone. And Irene, thank you. If there is a typo, please just send it to info@beadingschool.com. It's info@beadingschool.com, and we will make sure to correct it ASAP. And let's see what's happening in the next step. We start by beading through 4mm bicone and size 11 seed bead. And then we pick up a 6mm bicone and a size 15 seed bead. And we bead through the size 11 in the bottom layer of the bezel. That is the next one. So this is how it looks like at the moment. We completed half of this base, adding the bicones, and we will bead now the same one more time. So I put back the instructions, the illustrations one step back so you can follow it easier. And we will repeat this tricky part one more time. And I see you ladies that also Molly says that in Sweden it's also raining during the whole summer. And Heather also says that the wet season is also there in the southern part of the US. We barely had any real summer days this year here in Amsterdam, so I'm really struggling. But now, let's move on with our beautiful earring. So we will repeat the same as we did before. I'm exiting a size 11 seed bead in the base of the bezel, and I pick up a size 15 seed bead in color A, a 6mm Preciosa bicone bead, a size 11 seed bead, a 4mm Preciosa bicone bead, a size 15 seed bead in color A, a 4mm Preciosa bicone bead, a size 11 seed bead, and one more 4mm bicone bead. And we bead now through the next size 11, that was also the first size 11, where we started to attach this decoration in the opposite direction. And we will complete this motif, this part, by picking up a 4mm bicone, and then I bead through size 11 seed bead and 4mm bicone. Here I am extra careful not to leave a gap with my thread. Did I forget something? Yes, sorry, I made a mistake here. So I also need to frog a little bit. So after picking up my third 4mm bicone bead, I will bead through a size 11 seed bead at the top of my motif in the opposite direction. And then I complete this by picking up a 4mm Preciosa bicone, beading through a size 11 seed bead and another 4mm Preciosa bicone. Then I repeat the thread path only through the bicone beads to pull them together. I skip the seed beads in between. And at the end, I go through a 4mm bicone and a size 15 sitting on the top. And I complete this part by beading through 4mm Preciosa bicone, size 11 Miyuki seed bead. I pick up a 6mm Preciosa bicone and a size 15 in color A, and now it's time to bead through that size 15, that is the last and the first. And Susie says in the meanwhile that the size, the 4mm bicone beads, they can be slightly on top of the size of the 6mm ones. So that's how you make sure that no thread is visible. That you push the 6mm Preciosa bicones slightly under the 4mm ones. Thank you so much for that advice, Susie. And let's see what's happening in the next step. This was when we added the extra beads. And now it's time to bead all around the motif to add some true twos and size 15 seed beads in our first color. So I start by beading through size 15 and 6mm Preciosa bicone, then size 11 4mm Preciosa bicone, size 15, 4mm Preciosa bicone, size 11 6mm Preciosa bicone, and I fill the gap between the two pieces of 6mm Preciosa bicone beads with the combination of size 15 seed bead in my first color, true two, and size 15 seed bead in my second color. And then I continue through 6mm bicone, size 15, size 11 seed bead, 4mm bicone, size 15, 4mm bicone, size 11, and again 6mm Preciosa bicone bead. And then again I pick up size 15, true 2, size 15, and I bead up through 6mm bicone, size 11, 4mm bicone, and size 15 to the top of my motif. So this is actually it. This was so fast. I will reinforce my thread passes a little bit because I was not careful. So every here and there, I have a little bit of thread visible. I will need to make sure that it's nice. But otherwise, all what's left is to add the extra components, how you can personalize your motif. So I opted for this octagon with this ear stud decorated with an octagon shaped glass cabochon and this elongated drop. The motif itself is also kind of elongated, so I think it fits the drop nicely. So, dear ladies, this was so fast. Do you have any questions about the motif? I'm curious. I will not switch back yet to my face camera. Maybe you would like to see something. Let me know, please. Since this is so fast, then I think a matching bracelet is also very feasible. So if you like sets, then this is your chance. So much sparkle with all the Preciosa bicones. Sheila is again advising me for using crystal fireline. I really don't feel that. Like, I know that through the rose opal it's a bit visible. It's just I have some aversion towards the crystal fireline. Rachel is asking if Susie played around a bit with the motif and if she beaded a larger version. As far as I know, she doesn't have a larger version yet, but you never know with Susie. When she starts playing with her beads, then who knows where does it end. And hi, Lutka, and hi, Erika, who just joined. So lovely ladies, if you don't have more questions, then I would like to thank you for your company today. Please bead on, be proud of yourselves, of your beautiful jewels, and make sure to post them in the Beading School Club. See you all next week for International Beading Week organized by the Beadworkers Guild. And next Tuesday, one of the organizers of the International Beading Week, Karen, will join me for an interview. So That's an amazing opportunity to ask her about everything what International Beading Week brings to the beading world, what you can gain from the International Beading Week, how you can meet fellow beaders from all around the world, enjoy workshops, enjoy tutorials. So I am really, really looking forward to Tuesday and the interview with Karen. And on Thursday next week, a week from today, Nitti will be teaching you her Hypatia moment also as part of International Beading Week, and no one has to bead alone. So thank you so much, ladies, and see you all next week on Tuesday. Bye bye.